Hey, listen!
Welcome everyone, this is AndresRestart, and today we're talking about potentially more information that is telling us the Nintendo Switch 2 could actually indeed be coming out this year. More info has surfaced, and there's actually 2 bits of information that we're going to be covering today. Now, I didn't intend on making this video today. This is going to be more of a quickly edited, put together video. I saw this and I felt, okay, we should talk about this. I'm actually working on a Zelda video that's coming out tomorrow. But with that all said, let's get into this information here. So the first bit of news is coming from DocTray81. You may have heard of him before. His channel and video will be linked in the description below. But he is a master of looking at LinkedIn profiles and discovering different projects people have been working on, suggesting different things, including Metroid Prime Remastered, which we now know is real. So DocTray81 has definitely come up with some great findings, and this one in particular might be even bigger. So, basically, he discovered that someone working as a physical design engineer at Siliconus Technologies finished working on a NVIDIA project for the Tegra 239. Now, there will be a source in the description below about this, but basically it's suggested and rumored that the Tegra 239 is going to be the chipset for the Nintendo Switch 2. And this person finished working on this project back in March of 2022, and Siliconus Technologies, what they're responsible for is taping out the chip, meaning finishing it up right before it's put into the manufacturing process, suggesting that sometime last year, Nintendo may have already began the process of gearing up to have this Switch ready. So, when you factor in the recent leak from the Pokémon Presents about there being a graphics enhancement patch to come out for a new Switch for the second DLC in the early part of next year, it suggests that something might be ready beforehand. So if they're going to release a second wave of DLC in the winter next year, and if they're going to add a graphics enhancing patch alongside that DLC, it implies the system will have already come out before then. So you're not going to come out with a system in January or February, suggesting that maybe we could be looking at a Switch 2 holiday release. Now factoring this into the equation, how it looks like they've actually had ample time to work on this new chipset and get it ready for manufacturing to release this year, it seems like it's become more plausible. However, it has been noted by several different insiders that Nintendo supposedly will have a weaker second half, and that's why they're not attending E3. But recently, one of them has backtracked on those comments, and that's Andy Robinson. So let me read you a couple of tweets they provided on February 24th. Nintendo's statement: "Since this year's E3 show didn't fit into our plans, we have made the decision to not participate. However, we have been and continue to be a strong supporter of the ESA and E3. Andy Robinson says, "As I said first, Nintendo is a supporter of E3. This year's show doesn't fit." Second tweet: "That said, there's growing suggestion that instead of a weaker 2023 lineup as I first reported, its games might just fall later into this year." So what that's implying here is that the earlier statements that people were saying about there being sort of a lull after Tears of the Kingdom isn't going to last for the whole year, just for maybe a bit after Tears of the Kingdom. And when you take a look at what Nintendo's officially announced for this year, it starts to fit. We don't know about what's to come in the second half of the year but Pikmin 4 this July. Typically at this point in the year, we have a better understanding of what's to come in the second half. We go back to last year, we knew about Xenoblade Chronicles 3, we knew about Splatoon 3, we knew about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, we knew about Bayonetta 3, we knew about Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope. We had a great understanding of the big Nintendo games coming on the second half at this point last year. This time, we don't know about anything that comes out after July. So it actually fits what Andy Robinson is saying. It may be the case that after Tears of the Kingdom, that summer period, maybe we just get a few remasters in Pikmin 4, and the later half of the year, perhaps around the holiday, they have the launch for the Nintendo Switch 2, and I believe they'll probably push that with a new Mario title since Zelda's coming out in May, and it would make the most sense to come out this year because it will be fresh off the release of the Mario movie, which comes out next month in April, but also the digital release for the Mario movie is set to come out this holiday as well, so they'll get an additional popularity boost of the Mario movie in the holidays, potentially alongside the release of a new Nintendo system they may launch with a new Mario title. Now, still take this information with a grain of salt, because until Nintendo officially confirms it, we don't know. It may be the case that the Tegra 239 isn't actually for the Switch. We don't know that for 100%, it just simply seems likely based off what we've heard from different developers and such. And it's also possible that even if Nintendo was planning for a release this year, things could get pushed up. These are possibilities. That said, I am starting to become a little bit more confident about a Switch 2 in 2023, but we shall see. Anyways, everyone, what do you make of this news? What do you guys think? Are you starting to believe that it might just happen this year, or are you still sticking to 2024 until more evidence presents itself? Let me know in the comments below. This is AndresRestart. Thank you so much for listening and watching, and I'll see you all really soon. Take care. Bye.